And I have to see. My guess is that it would be the Pantheon jungle.
Yeah.
And not the support variety, because I think trying to play Pantheon jungle into Braum is actually not.
Yeah,
like
support Pantheon. Yeah,
that's kind of miserable.
What you want to see.
I know.
As Sponge looking for aiming in barrel here. Let's see whether barrel can find an angle. He just pushes the tree away. Is aiming going to be taken out? Teddy burning. Pleta. That's a very well charged turret, but he is still able to get himself out.
Triple grubs, but is that worth it? I'm not so sure.
And they are at least going to be able to get some of the experience here, as Rich just being frustrating. Does have his level 6 available, but that is going to be 3 grubs going over to DK, and Sponge we're going to trade that one for this dragon. Showmaker sidestepping Yukal.
Paris has been so high in the ban priority list, particularly with the Braum and lethal tempo. It's always going to be an uphill battle. So DK knew this. I think that, again, if a second dive would have hit, would have been rough. Right now, aiming a full level behind is played out so far. Atlas, we both know this is just build up to the inevitable shenanigans.
Okay, Showmaker down here, just looking for an angle as the ulti comes through, and there's the flash. Yukal nowhere to go, and it should be the answering kill here. Showmaker picks it up. Nice gank from Lucid as well, good position, but the evening out of the grubs is going to be the result.
DRX. There is a window where if Rich is a little bit slower, Shiu gets the crash, and then they actually have to give something up. But here, if Shiu TP's in, I don't think the fight's looking all too hot. So not going to run the risk.
When I grew up, we also said football, but that meant running around and bouncing the thing and then kicking it if you felt like it.
That's the sport.
Yeah, and having Lucid. Lucid goes in. I don't know about that one, as the knockups are pretty huge. Still aiming, trying to live up in this chaos and make something happen, and it just doesn't work. The flash going to have to be used to get out of the way of Yukal as the Emperor's Divide pushes Pleta under the turret. Rich alongside him, but he's pretty tanky. And now aiming is alone and getting closed in on by everyone. Snapped up by the Yone as in goes Shiu to grab the kill onto Rich, but the Zombie Scion is going to lock down the Jax. He finally gets the counter-strike as Yukal outplays him. Still, it's going to be Showmaker able to lock down a kill onto the tree, and who won that fight?
Nobody knows, Atlas! You don't, I don't know if the team does. Well, it's not over yet, I guess. Lucid is ult! He's gonna ult in!
Oh god, is Barrel... Well, it's a 3 versus 3, but the Puppy has baited them all in! Yukal's able to get one of them with the help of Teddy, but now Lucid gets himself the stun. Showmaker able to lock down both of them. He didn't know, he couldn't decide, and instead they're gonna kill both. Thanks, Beryl.
Well, now I know who won!
Yep.
And then 3 people die. And so in the end is what, like a 6 for free trade?
Yeah, who knows? It was I think a few more on DRX died in the end.
Yukal flashes as well. That's a big flash.
Yeah.
It's a big cooldown. They do get Shelly.
That's all right. Lucid eating some honey fruit. Should be okay here. Someone.
All right, DK.
Grab the pedals.
Shove out the waves. That's a giant crash in bot. Big crash in mid. And oh, look at the possible angles of attack here for DK.
Yep, aiming has that first item. Is now Teddy's in trouble. Aiming finds the ulti. As now I don't think the door is quite going to be enough. Empress Divide, and it just squashes the Varus. Still, it's a huge stun, but it's not enough. Here on the side of DRX, and aiming is able to play in the front line. Yukal pushed around, and DK, they can take an outer turret, they can take a dragon, they can take whatever they want.
And he's been struggling today, but it's Shiu that starts up the fight there. No flash on Teddy, crucially. And this is the one weakness that we mentioned. Front to back, DRX, their comp is amazing. More about how can they use it as a Showmaker. He does have a turret, but that's a lot of people. Double TP.
Yeah, Barrel's coming down. There is a grand starfall. And now Barrel finds himself in an awkward spot. Never mind. He turns it into a triple knockup. A huge engage as aiming comes over the wall. There is a kill onto the Azir for DRX. They get a couple. But now I think it's certification time for aiming on this Zeri. As DK, they go 3 for 2.
DRX, no, we can't contest this, unfortunately. It's just going to go over. Maybe a Rich going to try and, get a...
I mean, Lucid's here with Smite, so
well, yeah,
there's nothing Rich is going to be able to do. He just watches as the Voracious Archon does go down.
I want to... Oh, no.
Oh, hang on.
No,
hang
not the
on. Wait. But look at all of these Hex Gates that have been taken. As now Showmaker booking it towards Yukal. He's just in position, so he can just wall him, and there it goes. Now it's a 2v2. And there is no damage here, represented by DRX. Feeling a little more like a whimper.
Yeah.
That felt sadder than it did in my head.
Well, no, I think my set, did.
Yeah. Lucid going to be able to stun up Pleta here, is just trying to stand beside Teddy. Okay, they do find the Nature's Grasp, but in goes Showmaker. I don't know about it. As Sponge is trying to get them out of there, the heroic charge is going to come through as aiming. He is going to be recalled after grabbing himself a kill. Lucid with an afterthought murder of the tree. And DK will be able to take down this outer turret. They are double the kills of their opposition right now. It's about a 5,000 gold lead. I mean, it's probably... Okay, Barrel is going to go in. Maybe it's Barrel. Found another angle there. As, all right, Lucid looking to come in. Does dive on top of Yukel. The Empress Divide's so good. I think it's Showmaker. I think it definitely is. I mean, the flash shove to deny the Penta in game 2.
No, but I think with Ari, if you're invisible, you're not actively throwing.
Yeah.
But I think that champion has a really high... Like, you need to do stuff. Right? Is how I'd rate it. But Talia was really good, so maybe it is just Showmaker. Because I think Lucid's Skarner game was iffy. Like, his early game was really good, but his team fights were not great. It's definitely not Barrel.
We were talking about as far as late game potential, things like that, and front-to-back team fighting all still remain true for DRX. The problem is the 3-item Azir, which is rough to say the least. As Shiu gonna have to flash to get out of the way of Yukel's ult. Meanwhile, there is a fight on the other side of the map, and oh my god, the knockups are everywhere. Aiming takes down Teddy. Now the damage is missing from the fight as Sponge gonna get dove on by the Pantheon. And as long as they fight around Showmaker, this is just kinda donezo. As at least DRX will be able to get themselves an outer turret, but they're unable to even take down Shiu, and look at how quickly this Baron's gonna go down. Aiming, it's just like missing the Merkwolf with a burst fire. That's all he really needs to do this game.
It was a beautiful dream for DRX, but even an Unbreakable Spirit can't stop them from looking at this game state and going, oh god.
Yeah.
What do we do? Look at the itemization. This is what I was talking about as well. And why I feel like...
Yeah, it's attack the teleport. That's what they were kind of doing. And unfortunately, it didn't work. This is it continuing to not work, by the way, as Rich is going to at least crash into them and then dash away as Nature's Grasp coming down. Let's see where the Barrel can find a couple of targets, and he does so. Then they pile in. Lucid also actually able to survive as the 2-man shove comes through from Showmaker. Yeah, write it down. I probably put it on in there. He grabs a triple. It's almost a quadra, but Barrel is able to stomp down the tree, and DK feels like game 1 was a dream as they look to push through for the victory here. They're second on the week as they close it out, the only loss still being that pesky one to Genji. 10-1-10, Chronicler. This guy's Azir was pretty good.
Perchance, a little bit of lost game bias. You know, I want to kind of, we've been talking about it.
Recency bias is real for a reason.
I want to introduce, you know, the lost game bias when it comes to POM votes.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.